What is up? Welcome back. So the last thing we saw was me and Darek figuring out what was wrong with my head. Not this head, but my T6 engine head. You gotta watch the last video. But I took the head back to the machine shop and explained to them what was wrong, what they didn't check. I also brought to them a second cam cover because that was the reason why the cams weren't spinning, because the cam cover was misaligned with the head. Basically, I told them, look, this is messed up. You did something wrong here, but I have a second cam cover. Maybe if you put the second cam cover on it, maybe it will work, but I'm leaving it to you. You gotta figure it out on warranty because you gave the head back to me without checking if the cam shafts spin. So I left it to them. And basically the next day they called me up and said, look, it's weird, it shouldn't work like this, but the cam cover you brought to us fits perfectly and everything spins nicely. But yeah, that's figured out. It works. The cams spin almost perfectly now. I did some things that Darek suggested to me as well before putting it back together. So basically I took some very small sandpaper, 600 grit, and went through those edges and just slightly rubbed on those edges with the 600 grit to even it out. And I went to my friend Boache from Odessa CNC with my camshafts and I polished them on his lathe. The head is basically ready to go on the engine. So what I'm gonna do now is clean the surface of the engine, degrease it, because we've put some oil in it when we were putting it back together. Once I degrease it, the head is ready to get back on the engine. And no, I'm not sponsored by Ryobi. Please sponsor me. So yeah, I'm gonna put the camera on a stand and I'm gonna get to work because it's 9 p.m. on a Saturday. I don't know where to go. Why is it not? Oh, okay, this way. Oh, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it landed. I've got this really expensive torque wrench I borrowed from PDD Racing. It's a electronic wrench which is very precise and it shows Newton meters, it shows degrees, which is very important on this engine. First we have to go to 20 Newton meters, then to 60 Newton meters, and then to 130 degrees, so that's a lot. Let's go to 20 Newton meter and do the first pass. Okay, now let's do 60. Actually, I'm gonna take my hoodie off because it's getting hot in here and I gotta do another 130 degrees. Honestly, I don't have much space in here. Okay, let me see. This would be 90 degrees. So another 45, this will be 130 degrees. So I'm just gonna pull the engine stand out of there a bit and I should have enough space for that. How much time do we have? 3 minutes. Sick. I'm gonna go get another card because that's the most important part. If it breaks, I gotta have it on camera though. Alright, so I've calibrated the wrench now to 130 degrees. 130 degrees. Holy shit, that's a lot. Fucking hell. Holy shit. That is so much force. What? 142 Newton meters. I went to 131 degrees. 142 Newton meters of force. So a trick they taught me in PTD racing is to stand on the actual engine stand while doing the last pulls. The force is being transferred to the engine stand and not to the floor. And then you are pulling the engine stand. Okay, first of all, I gotta lock the engine somehow from turning. No way! This is way more than 147 Newton meters. Okay, 131, 125 Newton meters. I mean, I know that this is the reason why. So basically, the reason why you are supposed to do the small amounts of Newton meters first and then do the grease is because of friction. So friction may cause that it shows you more Newton meters, but the bolt actually doesn't go in as much as it does on the other ones. But holy shit. There's a big difference, honestly. 20 something Newton meters is a big difference. Mm. 137, what the fuck? This one felt so... Everything hurts already. Holy shit. I'm not fit enough to do this. 127. I don't get it. I'm impressed by the engine stand, honestly. Holy fuck! Shit! Come on! Oh. 147 Newton meters. I'm out of breath. What the fuck? Oh, like 90 degrees is difficult, but it's manageable. But the additional 40 degrees, holy shit, I need a break. $147.8 Newton meters. Holy shit. 147.3. And we are done. I just realized we are done and no stripping. I mean, you know what I mean. None of the threads stripped, so we didn't pull any threads out of the engine, which is something I was scared of the most. Luckily we're good. We are good, ladies and gentlemen. Hell to the yes. I'm gonna go get the camshafts now, clean them, and I'm gonna put the cam cover on the head, torque it down, and check if the cams are spinning nicely. They should. I checked it all before, but I just torqued the hell out of this head. I don't know if it didn't twist or something, so I'm just gonna make sure. Put the cams in, torque it down. If the camshafts rotate lightly, I'm gonna disassemble it again, pull it all out. I'm gonna fill up the lifters with some oil, put them in, and then put again the camshafts on the head, put the cover on, torque it down to spec, and we will be ready with the head. So that's huge. I'm stoked, but I think that will be it for today. Nah, I'm gonna go get the cams. I can't go sleep without knowing about the cams, so I'm gonna go clean them and I'll be right back. received all the gaskets for the oil squirters, and I'm gonna just assemble it now. And once that is done, I'm gonna take off the cam cover, take out the camshafts, put in the hydraulic lifters, which were in the oil for like 20 hours. I also pumped them a couple of times so the oil gets in, and I'm gonna finally finish assembling the head. So the engine is ready to go into the car tomorrow. Once I finally do that, I can take the car to my friend Malina, who's gonna make all the manifolds, all the piping, everything for the car. I'm stoked about that. He's got some really good ideas about how to do it. So yeah, let's get this ready. Let's get it into the car and let's start finally do some proper work on the car. Okay, now take your pants off. Put the cam cover on and hope for the best. Wish me luck. I've slightly, holding the torque wrench like this, so there's no leverage, no big force. So I've slightly pulled every single bolt down. Every bolt is tight now. The cover is flat. You can't see any szpary, kurwa. No szpar kurwa nie widać, no co ci mam powiedzieć. I'm gonna do one pass to 10 Newton meters every single bolt, and then another pass to 17. Alright, so the situation is the engine, the built engine, still has something wrong in the head, just like me. So I gotta figure it out. So I went to the guy who's doing my gearbox adapter, picked up the spare engine that I have, spare, it's a rusty old 2.5 liter NA engine from a 960, which is just for mock-up. So I'm gonna put the old 2.5 liter head on this engine, on this block, so that my friend can do all the manifolds. So right now, as you saw, we packed up the car on the trailer. I'm gonna drive it to my friend Malina, who's gonna do the exhaust manifold, the intake manifold, all the piping, all the welding around the engine. So that's gonna be a huge part of the build that's gonna be done at his shop. I'll try to film as much as possible there, because that's gonna be some interesting stuff. But now I gotta really rush to him, because I'm already like 2 hours late.
Several days later.
So I'm back. The last few days were an absolute mess because I put the engine back together how it should be. I think how it should be. If I remember right, I put everything back on correctly, but I just found out I had some huge issue with the timing. I put the engine together, I put the timing on, I tried to rotate the engine, and there was somewhere collision of the valves with the piston. It was a big difference. It wasn't like a tooth of the timing was jumped. It was a huge difference because when the piston was going up, the valves were going down at the same time. So there was a huge mishap in the engine. So I started looking for the issue and I checked the numbers on the camshafts, and it turns out that the intake camshaft is on the exhaust side and the exhaust camshaft is on the intake side. The machine shop put IN on one camshaft and EX on the other camshaft. I'm pretty sure I put it in like they wrote it, so maybe they fucked it up. Again, another thing. Or maybe just because I was so tired, I put it together wrong. So I'm just now gonna take off all the 50 volts again. Amazing. And check if I fucked up or if the machine shop fucked up. So yeah, and I gotta again clean the whole sealant and then clean everything again and put it back together and tighten all the... It's gonna be such a fucking mess. But yeah, I gotta do it. At least I know now what's the issue. Alright, I've taken all the bolts out. It's time to lift the cover and see if I made a mistake or if the machine shop fucked up once again. What the fuck is holding on? What's holding on? There we go. And there we go. Okay. Yeah, X. God fucking damn it. Are you serious? Yeah, in, X. X. God fucking damn it. You can't trust anyone, honestly. X. Which is on the exhaust side. In both the markings is done by them, by the machine shop. In, X, X. Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta wait another week because I don't have the fucking sealant anymore. And I gotta wait for a new one to come in. Fuck them. Alright, I've got only 40 seconds of memory left. I switched the camshaft, put the cam cover on, put everything back on, did the timing, and now's the big moment of truth. If the engine rotates. So let's go. First try. Let's fucking go. Yes. Hell yeah.